Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for watching my live video. For those of you watching this and repeat, thank you so much for watching. I hope that I can add value to your life and teach you guys something that you can practice every single day in your life to make your life better. I am Valery Molone, life coach, leadership coach, and motivational speaker. And what I do is that I take a lot of questions that people ask me and I try to come on live and talk about it and give you guys my strategy that you can apply in your life and make a better decision. Which brings me to today's topic. Now, before we talk about today's topic, I do not answer any question over here, but you can send me questions. You can comment below. Give me your thoughts, give me your questions, give me how you feel about the topics. I will definitely read it. For those of you, give me a favor, for those of you that are new over here, put one, and I want to know who is new in my channel. So I wanted to get to know you. And for those of you that already been following me and watching my live videos, thank you so much for watching me. And today's topic is about how to make the right decision. Now, this is a funny subject that I had a discussion with one of my clients and a couple of people that we were talking to, and I wanted to write a blog about this topic. I wanted to write a blog about it because I want to, from my own life experience, I made a lot of bad decisions in my life, lots of it, and I'm sure you guys have done it too in your life. So I decided to write a blog about this. And if you want to read the blog, you can visit my website, Valery Molone. The blog is over there. But I wanted to come on and talk about this because one of the people that I was talking to about, he said, well, what do you mean by making the right decision? We all make a decision. And whether it's right or wrong, I don't know how that will apply to that. And the reason I wanted to write about this and the reason I wanted to come on and talk about this in the live video is that, yes, we all make a decision. Everyone make a decision. But if we can learn how to make the right decision, at least 90% of our life or time is better than to make this decision that we just go for it without knowing if it's the right decision or the wrong decision. So if you can prevent yourself from making a wrong decision, then your life would actually get better. Now, this is not something you're born with. This is not something it doesn't matter. You think you're smart, you can make the right decision. It just actually is something that you can practice. And it takes a lot of time. For example, me, I learned how to make a decent decision in my life by making a lot of bad decisions. So I made so many bad decisions that I decided to say to myself, okay, from here on, I'm going to be a little bit more careful. When I make a decision, I need to do some stuff about it, not to keep making the same mistake over and over and over again. So that's really what the whole purpose of this life is, for you guys to make a decision and make the right decision. That's what's right for you. So these are the three things that I practice every time I make a decision. Now, understand something, there are big decisions that we make in our life and there are small decisions that we make in our lives. Small decision, if we don't get it right, it's okay. It doesn't affect us majorly. So even if it's a mistake, we're like, okay, it's done. We're going to learn from mistake and move on. But sometimes, some decision can affect your life dramatically. And you don't want that to be a wrong decision. You want to make sure that you are absolutely 100% right what you're doing. And that decision is actually for you. So here are my three things that I analyze before I make a decision. One thing that I always do when I make a decision, life-changing decision. And I'm going to give you an example of life-changing decision could be getting married, deciding to have kids, changing your career, taking care of your health, getting surgery done, things like that. That are big decisions. These are big decisions. Buying a house, that involves money. Doing something with your body that involves your health. These are not something that we can make a decision and be like, oops, I made a mistake. Well, that mistake caused you to damage your body for the rest of your life. You don't want to make, God forbid if you make that kind of mistake, So what do we do is that when we make a decision, the first thing goes through your head is a fear. Fear comes in. Am I making the right decision or am I making the wrong decision? And that's normal. For people out there that wanted to make a decision to change their life for better, if you do want to make a decision and if you want your decision to be right, it's okay to have that feeling of fear. It's absolutely okay. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to have the fear. I don't want to have. Fear is almost double checking your work. Fear is always almost like it goes through your thoughts and it tells you like, hey, listen, just analyze this one more time and say to yourself, is this the right decision that I'm making? So it's okay to have that fear. A lot of people don't make a decision because they're so afraid. The fear comes in and they take over, and they're not making that decision, and they go by somebody else's decision. And that's the biggest mistake people make. And I made that mistake a lot in my own life because I was so afraid to make a decision. Now, yes, we all make decision, but some big decision when we make, it gets you nervous. It makes you nervous. You're like, okay, I'm buying a house. I'm investing this much money. Or you're investing money in stock. Or you're doing something that involves a lot of you. And it's okay to be fearful at first. Don't let that fear take you over and not make you make that decision. But to be aware of it or to feel that way is normal. So that's what decision making is all about. Now, people go to the two extreme. Either I'm not going to make a decision because I'm so afraid that if I make that decision, what if that's a mistake? What if I fail? What if all this what if comes in? Or I'm making this decision and I'm going to ignore my fear and I'm just going to make it. And if it goes wrong, then whatever. So don't go from one extreme to another. Just sit down, make this decision. And if the fear comes in, analyze your fears. What is your fear telling you? What are you afraid of? And if you can break down the fear, that gives you even more clear vision of if your decision is right for you or not. So that's one thing that you have to keep in mind when you're making a decision. It's very, very important to do that when you're making a decision. And trust me, I'm a mom. I make a decision all the time for my kids and myself. And when the money involves, when your health involves, when your family involves, when your love involves, you double check your work before you make a decision that you don't want to regret it. So that's number one. Number two, this is my favorite one. I practice this all the time. For those of you out there that are believing in spirituality, that are believing God, that are believing universe, that are believing law of attraction, whatever you believe, is to listen to your intuition. To your intuition, you have to listen to it. Some people ignore it. Your intuition is almost the first thing that comes within yourself. You, nobody else. You don't get influenced by any exterior world noises. So normally this is how it goes. We think in our head. The decision that we make is in our head, right? I want to buy a house. I want to get married. I want to get divorced. I want to have a baby. I want to buy a car. I want to change my job. The first thing goes through your mind. You're the only one that knows first before you announce it to everybody else. Because once we announce it to everybody else, then other people's opinion comes in, which is influence your decision. So before you do that, before you announce your decision to other people, analyze it within yourself, within your intuition. Your intuition is almost always right. Almost always. I practice this a lot within myself. There's been a time that I say something to myself and I announce it to my family and friends and I get their opinion, and then even if I implement their opinion and ignore my own intuition a little bit, I see that later on it was like back to my original intuition of I wish I would have listened to my own self, because in the end that's how it turned out to be anyway. So it's very important to listen to that. Now, intuition, a lot of people don't have it, and I know that a lot of people can really feel their intuition, because it's like, I don't know how that feels like. I actually have clients that are saying to me, well, yeah, I say to them, do you get that gut feeling? And they're like, not really, but it's okay. It's something that you can practice. And you can do this practice by walking in the park, by just sitting on a couch, relaxing, when you're meditating, when you're by yourself, when you're driving, something that is within yourself, and then you practice it. And what you do is that you pick a topic or subject that you are wanted to make a decision about, okay? And one of the practices that I do with my clients is, for example, in a relationship, okay? Whether you want to get into a relationship or whether you want to get out of the relationship, since somebody else is involved in that, what happens is that when you do that is you feel it. You feel it in your gut. How does that feel like? Does it make you feel happy? Does it make you feel excited? Does it make you feel comfortable? Or does it make you feel sad, angry, anxious, That's really what intuition means. You come up with a decision, you analyze it in your head, and you feel it in your body. How does that make you feel? Not anybody else. Like I said, once you decision making is done, you announce it to other people. The other people influence comes in. So guys, you can write me if you disagree with me on this one or agree with me. Either way, agree or disagree. So you can give me, I would love to know. I would love to know what you guys think and how much of your intuition you guys using within yourself. So you can write me down your thoughts. But for me, it's like I analyze, I put it and I say, how does that make me feel? You know, for some people that are when you get a new car, you're so excited. I'm so excited. I'm going to get a new car. I'm going to be driving it. I'm going to wash it. I'm going to show it to my friend. See, that's your intuition at first before you tell somebody else you're getting a car. And when somebody's asking you out on a date, you're so excited. You're like, oh my God, I'm going on a date. And this and that. And then when you go on a date and they're going to make you feel some type of way. And then you come back and you're like, well, it wasn't as excited as I thought it was. Or, oh my God, that was amazing. So you make that decision first. Your intuition comes first. Practice your intuition. How is that make you feel? Because majority of the time, how does that make you feel? That's the outcome of that decision. If you have any doubt, if that makes you any feel, don't ignore that. Don't ignore that doubt. Don't ignore that feelings that is, I don't really feel it. I don't really feel good about it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Don't ignore that because it will be a bad decision. It will not work. So that's number 2. I practice that, and that's what I do every time I make a decision. And number 3, the best way to analyze, to understand if your decision is good or bad is by timing it. By timing it. Time is money. Time is you. Time is time with your family and friends and within yourself. So when we make a decision, if you wanted to change job, if you wanted to get married, if you want to get out of a relationship, whatever it is, give yourself a time. How long do you want before you want that to happen? Why? What does that has to do anything with decision making? Because we make a lot of decision. Okay, when we decide to do something, sometime we just let it be. We don't take any action. We're like, okay, we want to do this. That sounds good, but you really don't go out of your way to actually take an action and apply that action and see if that was the right decision for you or not. And one of the big example of that is for those of you out there that are health conscious, is losing weight. You know, like I want to lose weight. I want to get healthy. You make that decision. So you have to give yourself a time in order to actually practice and apply it and take an action and see the result. Then when you see the result, that's when you know that was a good decision. If you don't see the result, that means you're doing something wrong. Either you're not going to the gym enough, either you're not eating healthy enough, either your lifestyle around you is not good enough. So whatever it is, see, that's how decision, it gets analyzed. You have to give yourself a time of how it is to make it. So for example, let's go make a big decision over here. I'm buying a house. You know, I'm investing this much money. So if you're saying that and you have that money down payment for your house, and then you're taking a longer time, that house price is going to go up. And the time that you were making that decision, you could have got that house, but now you can't because you procrastinated and you're like, oh, I thought about it. I wanted to get it, but now I can't because the time passed, the year passed, and now that house is, instead of $200,000, it's $300,000. So that's really what that means. Give yourself a time. When you make a decision, like literally time yourself. 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. So when I opened my business, I decided that how did I make the right decision or not is based on what would I get back from my business. And I don't mean by financially, I just as respond. Because see, I am a life coach. I am a coach. I teach people mindset. I teach people to have independent mindset. So what I put out there, what is the result I'm going to get back? Okay? And how long is it going to take it? Now, I could have done that and say, listen, I'm going to put content out there and I'm going to see in 10 years how it's going to turn out. But that's the 10 years that I'm taking time and investing money. What if that's not the right decision? What if that's not good for you? You shouldn't have been doing that. So I give myself a time. In a matter of 2 years or a year, am I getting this result? If I get that result, that means I'm in the right track. That means that I did the right decision by opening this business. So that's what right and wrong decision means. We all make right and wrong decision. We all make a decision. But if you learn how to make more of a right decision versus wrong decision, your life will become a hell of a lot easier. And that's my message for you guys out there. And we actually had a debate on that. And I said, I'm going to go live and I want to hear from you guys. Because that was a debate that one of my friends says to me that, well, I don't know, we make a decision. Everybody knows how to make a decision. Of course, everybody knows how to make a decision. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you know the difference between making a right decision that is good for you or wrong decision that is hurting you in a long run? And if so, what approach do you use to make a decision? So love to hear from you guys. I want you guys to write me your opinion, your question, your thoughts. And like I said, I had a debate about this and whether I'm right or wrong. I love to hear from you guys. And I thank you so much for watching me, you guys. For those of you who are watching me in repeat. So thank you so much. And till next time, again, I will try to do my best to jump in because I've been very, very busy. But I do come in once a week. At least I try to come in once a week. But for those of you who are not going to catch me on live, this is what I really wanted to do. I posted on my social media too. You can visit my website, and I have my Twitter. I have my Facebook group. I'm very involved in my Facebook group. I'm going to put a link on here. You can join my Facebook group, actually. And I do a lot of YouTube videos. I do write a lot of blogs about different topics that if I'm not on, if you have any question, you pretty much can go on my blog, and I have an answer for almost all the topics out there. Because I love to write, and I take everyday life experience and I write about it. And I write about the question and answer it. So if you don't see me live and you have a question, you can go ahead to my blog and read about it and get some knowledge from there. And I hope this added value to your life. And if you think this video is helping you or somebody else, do share the video. So the more viewer we get, the better it is, right? I thank you so much again. I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Till next time, have a great day.